What did your everyday activities look like? Did you say you had a lot of freedom?
There were four of us in the family. I have a sister, and as I said before, we weren't necessarily a wealthy family, so probably we only went away on a holiday once, maybe twice. But what I remember is that we were going together to work on our allotment, and we had quite a few of them, big lands where we would grow our own vegetables, and it was such a lovely activity to do. I remember almost every Saturday and Sunday we would go together as a family, and we would work on our land, and then we would crop it, and then we would cook together, and somehow we did a lot of things together, um, starting from spending time together at the allotment to, I don't know, just being at the table, eating, and then staying there for hours just talking. And so in a way, I think most of the activities were kind of spent together. They weren't necessarily varied, if I reflect on it, actually. They were like home activities, but again, I have quite nice memories on those too.
So what's your definition of freedom?
That's a lovely question. I think for me it was somehow having a sense that I can make my own choices and that I can be independent. One of the things that I know used to happen under the communism, and probably still does because of the older generations, your parents were the ones who would tell you what to do, what subjects to choose at school, what university you should follow. They had a lot of say in terms of what your life should be like. I was very lucky because my parents were probably a bit of the opposite. They always allowed me to be very independent in my choices, and actually they didn't even get involved at all. At times maybe we would have wanted them to, but actually that was really good that they allowed me to have that independence. But that was a bit in contradiction to how we were treated, for example, in school and even in university. We had always very strict rules to follow, and we were always told what to do. Under the communist regime, I did have a bit of a struggle with authority. And even in my university years, I think I've always kind of challenged things because the way that my family brought me up was to be independent and to be allowed to ask those questions. So I think for me, liberty and freedom is to have that freedom to feel that you can ask questions when you feel that you don't know what you're supposed to do.